This is TWiT.
Linux 7 is going to be landing soon. The merge window is open, and that comes with a headline that the Rust experiment is over. Linux 7 is officially concluding the Rust experiment, and we all knew it couldn't last. So I guess we just go back to our C roots for Linux and end the whole progress movement we were making. Because, the experiment is over. In tech usually means one of two things. It didn't work and someone is quietly escorting it out the door, or it worked and is graduated. Well, the experiment is over, but Rust is here to stay. What Linux 7.0 is doing is symbolic because of some massive Rust feature bomb, or not because of some massive Rust feature bomb dropping. But Linux 7 is mostly a version number because Linus likes round numbers, as I think we've said before. At least sometimes he does. But in the merge window, there's a very intentional change. The kernel docs are being updated to declare that the Rust experiment is complete. Miguel Ojeda, the guy who's been one of the driving forces behind Rust in the kernel, basically spells out the intent, calling the experiment done. And it's meant to signal commitment, not just to hobbyists or curious contributors, but the companies, maintainers, organizations that want to invest time and money without worrying that it's going to get scrapped somewhere down the road. Rust isn't in limbo anymore. It's already being used in production environments. Some distros are shipping kernels with Rust code already. Millions of Android devices are already running it. And at this point, it's not a science project sitting on a folding table. It's in the building now. The patch itself isn't flashy. It's not like suddenly half the kernel got rewritten overnight. It's just documentation. Plus, some building tools, improvements like a new Rust helper annotation to play nicer with the kernel LTO, and some incremental crate updates. If you're paying attention, you could feel what they're trying to do. They're trying to, stop treating Rust like a guest with a temporary badge to be here and start treating it like a family member. But this is only the beginning of the great things to come with Linux 7. And I know that Jeff is going to want to expand on those later on.
Yes. So we have indeed talked about this before a couple of times. I think this is the third time we've covered this story, that Rust is no longer an experiment in the kernel.
But not referencing kernel 7.
It is different this time. Yeah. Yep, for sure. But yeah, it is interesting to see that the oligarchs wants to know Linux kernel in Rust by 2036. I mean, I guess that's one way to solve the 2036 bug.
But they haven't actually documented in the kernel code itself that the Rust experiment is over before 7.
Is that the Rust helper that Michael talks about in one of his articles?
Yeah, the actual documentation change may be new, but this was said in the mailing list several weeks ago.
Yeah, I think people have said it, and now it's in the kernel. It's actually a comment within the kernel itself.
Yep, there you go. And there's actual live code running on, well, depending upon what drivers you have, there's real code running with the Rust code. So yeah, it's in there. It's actually a thing.
It must be a thing. I've been going through a little tutorial on it myself.
Oh, and writing what? Your first Rust kernel driver?
Writing my first Rust program.
Your Hello World?
Yeah, the Hello World.
Yeah, that was my first one. My second one's a
Hello ULS
program to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius.
I started the Advent of Code project a couple of years ago in Rust and got through, I think, 3 or 4 of the challenges before I just absolutely ran out of time and couldn't finish it. But the very early stuff with Rust, it seemed pretty reasonable and pretty familiar. And then I started seeing syntax things that is like, I don't know what this does at all. And that's about the time that I bailed on it. It's got some funny syntax things in there, which I'm sure it makes sense once you understand what it's doing. It's syntactical sugar, but it's just a little
syntax
different.
And indentation make a difference.
Is Rust white space sensitive? I don't think it is.
With one of my mistakes when I was programming, it's this close brace is in the wrong location.
Wrong. You're what?
Yeah. Wrong location, but not necessarily because of white space.
Yeah, it's not like Python.
Python is sort of the canonical example of this language cares about white space.
Yeah.
Or Fortran 77.
Wow. Blast from the past.
Anyway, to wrap this story up, to wrap this story up, if you want to get the source code yourself, you can do that, and you can look through it, and you can find in there where it says Rust experiment is done. It's complete. It's no longer an experiment.
And if
then
you really
go look
don't
for the
like
Rust
Rust
helper that's needed, since C helpers cannot be inlined into Rust.
If you don't like Rust, use Windows.
Well, I was going to say, actually, you could download the kernel code and patch that particular line out and then recompile it.
Then it's just experimental.
Experimental in your build. If you enjoyed this clip, be sure to check out the Untitled Linux Show. You can find us in your favorite podcasting app or subscribe to our YouTube channel down in the links below. See you there.